Nigel Farage sparks heated debate in BBC interview with Kuenssberg. Key moments go viral. Welcome to Back Britain Unfold, in a moment that quickly went viral across social media. Political figure Nigel Farage engaged in a tense and highly scrutinised interview with BBC journalist Kuenssberg on Sunday morning, delivering one of the most talked about television moments of the week. The interview, which took place on the widely viewed Sunday with Kuenssberg programme, touched on pressing topics ranging from immigration to the state of British democracy, sparking both praise and criticism across the political spectrum. The conversation began with standard political fare, but escalated in tone as Kuenssberg pressed Farage on his recent public statements and the direction of his political messaging. Farage, known for his direct and often confrontational style, did not hold back in his responses, challenging the BBC on issues of perceived bias and pressing for what he called a more honest national conversation. While no rules were broken and the discussion remained within the boundaries of civil discourse, viewers noted the intensity and sharp exchanges between the two, with clips of the dialogue amassing millions of views on platforms like YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, and TikTok. The most debated portion of the interviews centred around Farage's recent comments on border control and sovereignty, as well as his critique of mainstream media institutions. Kuenssberg, maintaining a composed but firm journalistic approach, questioned the practicality and implications of Farage's proposals. Farage responded by asserting that many voters feel ignored and patronised by traditional political parties and media outlets. He stated, "People are fed up with being told that their concerns are illegitimate. Immigration, housing, jobs, these are real issues. The political elite might avoid them, but I won't." Kuenssberg countered by asking for evidence and policy specifics, underscoring the BBC's responsibility to challenge generalisations and ensure accuracy. "But what are the facts, Mr. Farage? What data backs that up?" she asked during a particularly heated exchange. Reactions to the interview have been deeply polarised, a reflection of broader public sentiment in today's political landscape. Supporters of Farage applauded his candour, describing the segment as a long overdue confrontation with what they see as institutional bias in the media. Many praised him for raising concerns they believe are overlooked in mainstream political dialogue. On the other hand, critics argued that Farage's rhetoric lacked nuance and veered too close to populist oversimplification. Some viewers expressed concern that his framing of complex topics, like immigration and national identity, could reinforce public anxiety without offering viable solutions. Meanwhile, neutral observers noted the skillful way Kuenssberg handled the interview, steering the conversation with a calm, evidence-based approach, while allowing Farage space to articulate his views fully. Several media analysts have already described the exchange as a masterclass in live political journalism. The widespread attention this interview has received illustrates the growing appetite for unfiltered political conversations in the UK, and the high expectations now placed on both politicians and journalists in the digital age. As traditional media continues to adapt to the immediacy and scrutiny of online audiences, moments like these underscore the importance of clear, respectful, and fact-driven dialogue. Viewers increasingly demand not only robust debates, but also transparency and responsibility from all sides of the political conversation. Farage remains a polarising figure, but the platforming of his views in a mainstream broadcast space, alongside sharp journalistic inquiry, represents a necessary part of the democratic process. Following the broadcast, the BBC released a brief statement reaffirming its editorial standards and commitment to impartial reporting. "Our goal is always to ask tough but fair questions. Political accountability is essential to public trust, and this interview is part of that ongoing responsibility." The BBC has not commented on the viral attention the segment has garnered, but internal sources suggest the network is pleased with the professionalism shown by Kuenssberg during the interview. This was today's important update. We want to make it clear that our videos do not contain any kind of misinformation. Our only goal is to deliver true and verified news from across the UK, right here on Britain Unfold. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Britain Unfold channel. Thank you.